A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And that nearly broke our scoreless tie. Instead, it's a foul ball. Here it comes, 0-2. And another foul ball. They really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
Okay, guys, here's how the Southsiders are lining up on D today. And let's take a look at catcher Wellington Castillo, putting the digits down, massaging this pitching staff through the game, and one of the above-average arms when guys try to steal on him.
So first and second with From Little Havana, just west of downtown Miami, we've got baseball from Marlins Park. Today, we've got a contest out of the National League East between the Washington Nationals and the Miami Marlins. Stay tuned for Marlins baseball next. Jose Arena, a right-handed native of the Dominican Republic, will be the starter. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, it's hard to have all four of your pitches on, but I think if this guy can have 2 or 3 of his 4 pitches and have command of them, he's going to have a really good game.
In now is Adam Eaton, and we are ready for some daytime baseball.
Leading off for the Nationals, the right fielder, number 2, Adam Eaton.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. Line, but speared on a hop. And the inning begins with a quick out, number 1. A moment now to take a look at the visiting Washington Nationals. Who are you focused on, Dan Plesac?
Look, Matt, everybody should be looking at the guy in the 3 spot. This guy hit over 300 last year, and man, it was impressive. Just hitting over 300 is really something special to look at. He's a consistent hitter. I love watching his approach. He doesn't make a lot of mistakes. He'll be there again this year if he continues to stay within himself.
First offering on its way. Weak grounder down the line at third. This gets foul. It's 0-1. Lots of sunshine in the forecast. 83 degrees here at first pitch. A pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Bases are empty, one man out. 2-1 the count to Trey Turner. Time for a look at our umpires in this one. Behind the plate is James Kingsley.
Dan, I know I was an offensive player, but I'm okay being a pitcher's umpire. If you're going to consistently pound that outer half, James Kingsley's usually going to give it to you.
Hey, listen, there's a reason why the pitchers throughout the league, they call him the king of the hill. You move the ball a little bit off the strike zone, he's not afraid to put that arm up. He's a very good pitcher's umpire.
There's a fastball well off the plate for a ball. Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. And he'll try to hold back, but he won't be able to as that's ruled a swing, and there are two away now.
A lot of indecision there on that check swing, and that's something you see quite a lot on 3 and 2. When the difference between striking out and drawing a walk can be an inch or two, it's pretty understandable why guys aren't always aggressive with their swings.
In now is Anthony Rendon, as he lays off a fastball too low for ball 1. Two balls and no strikes to Anthony Rendon.
Do you take your chances in this situation as a hitter, knowing he's just missed outside 2 pitches in a row, and dive a little bit and try and drive something in the opposite field?
This one's down to third. Anderson scoops it up. Throw on to Walker at first, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for Washington. And now the Marlins will have a crack at things. No score. Max Scherzer, a Missouri-born right-hander, gets the job of starting pitcher here. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Well, this guy's kind of unique. How about a 5-pitch repertoire that he has? That gives him a lot of options for both righties and lefties. And if he's on, he could be really tough to hit.
Standing in, Curtis Granderson. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
For the Marlins, the left fielder, Curtis.
Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Checks his swing, but this pitch is right there for strike 1. Past battles with Scherzer, he has an even 10 hits in 37 tries. He's also hit a couple of home runs against him. The windup and the 0-1. And a fastball just misses. It's 1-1. A ball and 2 strikes now. And this is swung on and missed by Granderson, and that's the first out of the inning. We have a moment here in Miami to take a look at the Marlins starting lineup. Who's the one to watch, Dan?
Yeah, you know, I love what the Grandy man, Curtis Granderson, does for this ball club. He's certainly a guy to watch out there in this lineup. Everything he does makes them click. When he's swinging the bat, well, they just go.
So the bases are empty with one man gone, and that'll bring up the outfielder Brian Anderson. Scherzer into the windup. Here comes the first pitch. And he throws the fastball by him here. 0-1. Here comes Scherzer on 0-2. Tried to throw the fastball by him, but it's high. 1-2.
Hey, I can understand why he wanted to elevate the fastball right there. This batter's eyes have been lit up since he stepped in the box. Let's see if he gets him fishing on something breaking in the dirt right here.
Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. The 1-2 is outside for a ball. One out, nobody on. High in the air. Rendon is calling for it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are two away.
Batting third, the first baseman, Neil Walker.
Ready now for the Marlins, Neil Walker. Now here's the pitch. Down the first baseline, but a foul ball here, 0-1. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. And here's a swing and a miss as he falls behind 0-2. Windup and the 0-2 pitch. Back up the middle. And the inning will continue as that's through for a two-out hit.
He had him on the ropes right there. Count leverage, 2 strikes against the batter. He's going to have to put that in the memory bank. That guy made a nice 2-strike approach right there. Made a nice 2-strike adjustment.
Here's Starlin Castro. As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. And that's inside off the plate with the fastball. It's 1-1. Past battles with Scherzer. He's got 5 base hits in 16 tries. He also has 1 home run. Walker leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning.
Let's go. Wait for the pitch.
In the dirt. And it's not in time as he's in well ahead of the throw. And he'll make it into scoring position here with 2 away as that'll be scored a wild pitch.
And things have really unraveled on him in a hurry. He gives up a 2-out single, then he throws a wild pitch to put him into scoring position. He basically just threw a double, and he didn't even earn it.
Ready with the 2-1. Favorable call in there for a strike. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. This is line to left. That's in there. Base hit. Walker rounds the corner and is headed home. And he's safe at the plate as they take the lead.
Hey, not an easy thing to do early against this good pitcher, D-Will. Base hit and a 1-0 lead right away.
As an offense, they talked about this, wanting to get to this guy early before he settles in. When they grab their gloves to go out on defense, they know they got a lead on their hands.
And that'll bring up Peter O'Brien as he'll take a look at an off-speed pitch here that misses for ball 1. And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's Scherzer now 1-1. Grounded foul off to the right and over toward the dugout.
Come on now, let's go.
The 1-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out. Marlins get 1 here on a couple of hits. Second inning coming up here in South Florida. It's the Marlins 1 and the Nationals 0. Juan Soto to the plate now. He'll get us started in the top of the second.
22. Juan Soto.
Home. Soft liner to the right side. And the Nationals have their first base hit of the ball game.
Hey, sometimes that's how a rally gets started right there. I know it's a soft liner, but leadoff man on usually poses problems.
Zimmerman.
Here's Ryan Zimmerman now, as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. Head-to-head with Jose Urena. He's hitless in 6 tries. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2. 0-2, here it comes. I had him guessing that time, as he's barely able to foul it away. Nobody out, runner on first. In the dirt, and now let's see. And it's not in time, as he's in well ahead of the throw. And forget about the double play now, as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch.
Well, the intent there with that 2-strike pitch was obviously to get him to fish for something he couldn't do a whole lot with, but there's the risk that comes with that as well. If you don't execute, or your catcher can't handle it very well, you give up free bases.
Two balls and 2 strikes to count to Ryan Zimmerman.
Hey, great job right there. Anytime you're down 0-2, I think it's a successful at bat if you can work it back to an even count and at least give yourself a chance.
The 2-2. And that one never threatened the zone. It's gone full now to 3-2.
Wow, this is a pretty good at bat right here. From down in the count 0-2 to work the count back to 3-2. And he's seen a lot of pitches too.
Another full count pitch on its way. Hit down the line at first. Still 3 balls and 2 strikes. The 8th pitch of the at-bat. And Zimmerman will watch this one miss for ball 4.
Always tough to issue a free pass, but especially troublesome when you give up a single right before that to start the inning. We'll see if he can figure out a way to wiggle out of this.
Here's Brian Dozier now, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. He's set. Here it comes. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one. None out. Runners at first and second. Had him off stride that time, and it's 1-2.
Wow, not sure what that was, but talking about having your mind made up, you're going to swing before the pitcher even throws a pitch. I don't know how you swing at that pitch.
Working for the punch out and the offering, and that misses 2-2.
Good pitch there on 0-2. Breaking ball out of the zone away. Might set up another breaking ball to see if he'll chase this one a little bit farther off the plate.
Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. The 2-2 doesn't get the zone. Count full now.
I don't think he can afford another base runner here, so whatever pitch he feels best about, whichever one he feels most comfortable with, that's the one I expect him to turn to.
a shot sent off to the right side, but foul. Another full count offering on its way. And there's ball 4 as this one gets away a bit.
Well, this guy's been prone to giving up walks in bunches, and that's already 2 walks here in the early going. We'll see if this continues to be an issue for him as this start continues.
So stepping in, Jan Gomes, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Here's the first pitch to him. Swung on and missed that time. It's 0-1.
The pitcher has to find a way to minimize damage here. Maybe take 2 outs for 1 run. Who cares? Get a double play, pop-up strikeout, something to get you back in this inning.
Ball 1, well below the zone. Soto at third. Zimmerman over at second. Dozier on at first with nobody out. Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first. Needs a punch out here. Can he get it? Not just yet. It's ball 2. Not on that one. Very close, but it's to 2-2 now. Yes, he can. A swing and a miss, and that's a big out number 1.
Check out the Miami Marlins on defense. And let's take a look at Curtis Granderson. He stood the test of time. Former center fielder, can play both corners as well. Known for picking them up and putting them down. This guy can go get them in the gaps.
Bases are loaded here with 1 away. And that'll bring up the outfielder Victor Robles. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Just a bit high with the fastball, but didn't get the call.
With the infield back and a runner at third, he's definitely pitching for a strikeout or maybe something like a harmless pop-up. You could see it from that high fastball, but that was just a good job of laying off that pitch.
The 1-0 home is a fastball taken high for a ball.
Putting himself in a pretty bad situation now on 2-0 and the bases loaded. He basically doesn't have much of an option but to challenge him right here.
Here it comes, 2-0. This pitch is popped up, and no one will track it down. Bases are loaded with only 1 out. Breaking ball well inside and taken for ball 3.
Wow, kind of an interesting pitch call there. The batter flailed at the pitch away on the previous one, so you'd think you'd go right back there, but instead they decided to come in. Make him prove he can adjust before you do.
Has to challenge him now. Here's the pitch. And that misses. Ball 4. A run will come in to score.
Well, he's really laboring in the early going here. That's his 3rd walk of the game already. We'll see if he can get it together or if this is just one of those days where he's going to have to grind his way through this start.
Kurt Suzuki will get the nod from his skipper to pinch hit, and he'll do so in a big spot. Bases loaded, only 1 away. Tried to check it, and it's 0-1. Certainly a big moment in this game. Bases loaded, tie score. Oh, and 1 count, and the pitch. Strike called. Tough to do much with that one.
Hey, make a pitch right here and get out of this. Get the boys in the dugout and regroup a little bit. One run is not going to kill you.
On its way, the 0-2 pitch. And a swing and a miss. He struck him out. And a big out there as the go-ahead run stays at third with two gone now. Got him with a good high fastball there. Danny, we see a lot of that pitch in strikeout situations these days. What makes it so effective?
I think, Matt, what makes it such a tough pitch is you're changing eye levels. That fastball up looks so enticing to hit that you see that ball as a hitter. You think you can.
And we'll have to leave it there as the Just a few miles off the shores of Lake Michigan, we're at Miller Park in Milwaukee. Today, we'll see a contest from the National League Central between the Cincinnati Reds and the Milwaukee Brewers. It's Brewers baseball next on the show. Ulysses Chacin, the right-hander from Venezuela, gets the starting nod in this one. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Ulysses Chacin used to be at one time one of the premier power pitchers in the game of baseball. Big arm with good sinking action. 94 to 96 miles an hour. His slider inconsistent at times. If he's throwing it for strikes, it's a swing and miss pitch. The thing with Ulysses Chacin, he needs to throw strikes early to give himself a chance to use that big sweeping breaking ball.
And we are underway from Milwaukee as the first pitch of the afternoon is taken for ball one. His lifetime numbers against Chacin, he's gone 2 for 8.
First pitch, 107.
One and one to the Reds leadoff man.
1-1.
And a great day for baseball here. 81 degrees at first pitch. Two balls and a strike. Seared down the first baseline. Aguilar has it, and he'll take this to the bag himself, and there's your first out of the ball game. And a moment now to glance at the Reds lineup card in this one. Danny, who stands out to you?
You always have to look out for a guy like Joey Votto. I mean, this guy is a career 300 hitter. You talk about consistent. He delivers a good at-bat and clutch hits basically every time he walks into the box. I love watching this guy.
In is Joey Votto now. First pitch coming. Here it is. Right side. Aguilar takes it in. And the off-balance throw gets him. Nice play for the out.
Good pitch right there to run the two-seamer in on his hands and bunch him up. And an easy ground ball is the result.
Into the box, Eugenio Suarez. As he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball one. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. There's a fastball well off the plate for a ball. So let's take a look at our umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Joe McDonald.
Hey, Joe McDonald, he's a tough guy to figure out sometimes, D-Row. One inning, he'll be given that inside corner. The next inning, he doesn't give much of that inside corner. His zone fluctuates a lot.
You know, Dan, you could see some definite confusion on the face of some hitters today. Questioning in the strike zone. One pitch is a strike on the outer half. The next time it's a ball. Kind of a little cat and mouse with the umpire when you should be focused on the pitcher.
Here now the 2-2. Grounder down the line at third, but a foul ball as it holds it 2-2. He chases out of the zone for strike three, and that's the third out of the inning. 1-2-3 go the Reds, and now the Brewers will get their first cuts. No score. Luis Castillo is on the mound for the Reds in this one. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, every team needs a pitcher like this one here. His numbers aren't going to blow you away. Career ERA just under 4. But one thing he does, he takes the ball every 5 days, throws strikes, and gives his team a chance to win every single time he goes out there. He'll be fun to watch in this one here today.
Stepping up now, Lorenzo Cain. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Well-located changeup on that one as it catches the black for a called strike. Lifetime versus this pitcher. He's hitless in 3 at-bats. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Skied into very shallow right. Taking it in is Puig, and there's your first out. And with that, time to take a glance at the starting 9 for these Brewers. Dan Plesac, who are you focused on?
You know, I think everyone should keep an eye on Christian Yelich. He won the National League batting title last year. Swinging the bat, he hits about everything. Breaking balls, changeup, fastballs. There wasn't anything that they could get by him last year. I love watching him perform, and I'm hoping that he continues that same trend this year.
Stepping into the box, Christian Yelich. He's a dangerous hitter indeed as the reigning batting champion in the National League. Starts things here with a changeup for a called strike.
This guy loves to drop the head on those pitches down and in. I'm shocked he went in there, but he's able to jump ahead and get away with it.
Here's the 0-1 pitch. And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
He's up in the zone a lot right now. Sometimes that can be effective, but I think you have to be careful with that, especially during a day game where the ball tends to carry a lot more.
The 2-1 home. Count even at 2-2. Bases are empty. 1 man out. swing and a drive to right. There it goes. And that one is gone. It's a solo home run for Christian Yelich. As the Brewers get on the board first, it's 1-0.
It is to spot your starter or run it to early in the game, and he does just that, blasting a no-doubt bomb that serves notice. They're going to be swinging with the wood here. No better way to get the home crowd into it right out of the gates.
In now, Jesus Aguilar, as he'll take a look at ball one. And a fastball here that's taken for ball two. One out, nobody on. Now a ball lined toward the alley in left center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Count leverage right there, sitting dead red fastball, and he didn't miss it. Nice swing right there, driving it into the outfield for a knock.
And that brings up the left-handed hitting Travis Shaw. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. Lifetime against this pitcher. He's 3 for 9. The 1-0. And he gets a piece here as this ball is fouled away. The 1-1. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. The 1-2. Another one sent foul.
Don't be shocked if this pitcher tries to go a little bit further outside the zone. 3 foul balls in a row. He wants to get a swing and a miss on this next pitch.
The 1-2 is taken for ball 2.
Tough to take a pitch like that right there, especially in a 1-2 count. You almost get in that auto swing mode. Great job to work the count back to even.
He's set. Here's the 2-2. Fouled away. Nearly got the inside, but ruled the ball.
We could see the runner in motion here on a 3-2 count with 1 out. There's a pretty good chance he's going to get a pitch to swing at, and if not, it's ball 4 anyways.
And he can only battle for so long as he's finally set down here after an 8-pitch at-bat.
One thing to know is not all strikeouts are created equal. Right there, he goes down on strikes, but he really made that guy on the mound work for it. And when you're doing that in the first inning, it can have an effect on how deep he's going to be able to go into this start. There's a big difference between that and going down on 3 or 4 pitches.
Now batting, Ryan Braun. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. From the stretch. This is line to left. That gets down, and the inning will continue. So now they'll have 2 men in scoring position following the 2-out double.
One team's dream inning is another team's nightmare, right? That's their 3rd hit of this opening inning. This one a double. That's got to have the pitcher pretty upset out there, and the manager wondering how long he's
Into the box now, Mike Moustakas, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0.
Hey, he finds himself in a tough situation early, and he's going to have to execute a pitch to get out of it. But if he does, it'll build confidence, and he starts rolling as the later innings start happening.
And maybe a little frustrated on the mound here as the fastball misses for ball 2 now.
Yeah, it looks like to me he hasn't quite found that release point so far here in the first inning.
Aguilar on third. Braun on at second with 2 down. Oh, and a horrible swing there as the count moves to 2-1.
I understand wanting to be aggressive, but I also understand that you can occasionally be foolish. That's a foolish swing right there. This guy's been struggling to find the zone, and you might have just bailed him out.
To 2-2 now.
That's what you call a challenge fastball right there, boys. I don't know if he was necessarily trying to miss in the zone like he did, but he got away with it right there and put the fastball by him.
The 2-2 pitch. Outside in a full count, 3-2.
Some pitchers fall into the trap of giving in on 3-2 because they don't want to walk the guy. But with the base open, it's not the end of the world if you do. You still need to make a quality pitch.
Second and third, 2 away. Throws him for strike 3, and that retires the side. But the Brewers are on the board first thanks to this solo home run. Second inning coming up, and Milwaukee's off to an early 1-0 lead. Here's the second baseman, Scooter Gennett. His lifetime numbers against Chacin. He hasn't had much success, just 2 for 11. Now here's the pitch. And that's in there for a strike.
0-1.
You know, hats off to the pitcher right there. You got a great hitter at the plate. It's early in the count, and he wanted to get ahead. Nice challenge pitch right there.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And he just misses inside with the fastball there. Chacin has a reputation, or a knack, if you will, for working himself out of tough situations when he finds himself there. A lot of relief pitchers are known for that, obviously, but as a starter, that's certainly a valuable characteristic to have.
Matty V, and I'm going to tell you who likes this. The bullpen likes it, and the manager likes this, because most pitchers are going to get into trouble at least 1 or 2 times during the course of a start, and it's nice to know as a manager that you have a guy that's out there that can pitch with men on base and wiggle out of some tough jams. This guy's made a living doing this in his career.
In now is Yasiel Puig as he takes a cold strike at the knees. It's 0-1. And boy, was he ever fooled on that pitch. It's 0-2 now.
Not much to say about that swing other than it should have never happened.
Here's the 0-2, and a good bite to that slider as he swings through it for the first out of the inning.
All right, guys, here's a defensive alignment for the Milwaukee Brewers. And guys, the things I want you to focus on today, one of them being this manager loves to shift. He has the pitching staff to trust to be able to manipulate his defense to try and get as many outs and play the numbers as much as he can.
And that brings up Scott Schebler. First swings for him in this one with a runner still at first and 1 gone. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And this one's in the dirt. And forget about the double play now as he'll move up to second here on the wild pitch. Red center fielder in front with a 2-0 count.
Clearly staying away from him in this at bat with that runner in scoring position tells me they're trying to force him to reach for something and maybe roll over on it.
There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner, and that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul, so a missed opportunity there. A little too tall that time. 3-1 now. Runner at second here with one man out. Count remains full. The 3-2 one more time. Now a ball lined to the left side, but foul. The next 3-2. And that misses. Ball 4. So with one out, that'll at least set up the double play possibility here that could get them out of the inning.
I'm sure the manager is fine with that. He tried to entice him with that 3-2 pitch, but he didn't take the bait. First base was open, though, so he just needs to make a good pitch for a ground ball.
And here's Jose Peraza. His lifetime numbers against Chacin, just a 1 for 9. First pitch of the at-bat. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Kane is under it. 2 down.
Batting 8, the catcher, Tucker Barnhart.
Now in the box, Tucker Barnhart, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch. And he'll look at a fastball that doesn't miss by a whole lot. It's 1-0. One and 1 to Tucker Barnhart. Jeanette on second. Shebler at first. 2 out in the inning. A little bit outside. 2-1.
Boy, he better get it back together here quick because he's got 2 guys on already. He's starting to lose location of that strike zone. He's got to throw a strike right here.
Ready with the 2-1. And a 2-1 slider is looked at for a called strike 2. Fouled off. And it's fouled away.